Tea break time again. Now my mug this time says Alice loves her granddad, and it's got a little handprint of my granddaughter on. Ah, well look, it's lockdown, and it's still lockdown. It won't be locked down forever, but during lockdown we're doing these tea break chats. So if you're having a cup of tea, working from home, having a break, it's time to look at one of our short videos and hopefully enjoy it and take something from it. Today's video, I want to talk about entrepreneurship. What's happening as a result of this pandemic in the field of owner-managed businesses that might take our region forward. I've got Jonathan Lamb from the Entrepreneurs Forum, and I've got a great entrepreneur, a great friend of my firm, Ian Henderson, who's the founder and managing director of Boiler Plan UK. Hello, Ian.
Hi.
And
Hi,
hello,
Graham.
Jonathan.
Morning.
First of all, I'll go to Jonathan first, and then I'm going to use you as a case study, Ian, because I think you're a great case study for what I'm sure Jonathan wants to say. Jonathan, it is true, isn't it, that the number of entrepreneurs or owner-managed businesses per head of population in the Northeast is lower than most other areas of the country, and that tackling that is one of the economic impetuses that would take our region forward?
Yeah, it is. I mean, it is. There's a real imperative to help people, encourage more people to start their businesses, and then once they have to grow them and grow them significantly. I mean, many people will be used to the term scale up, but it's really important to the Northeast economy that businesses scale. I mean, it's important to the UK. I mean, it's £1 trillion a year that scale up businesses add to the economy, and that's only 1% of the business population, but they contribute an awful lot to the economy. So it's really important to start, but it's just as important to grow those businesses as well. And
absolutely,
those are the types of businesses that are members of the forum, like Ian's great business, yeah.
And absolutely, just the numbers are astounding. If you look at per 10,000 of population, in London, you've got over 1,200 businesses per 10,000 population. In the Northeast, it's slightly under 600 per 10,000 population. So, that is an imbalance. That is real levelling up stuff. And you don't need the government to do that, do you?
You don't. A really important but not necessarily easy thing to address is that what's called the sort of growth mindset. Do people in the northeast of England want to grow their businesses, like really want to grow it? So not just talking about that rapid growth, but do all that's required to get there. And that's not necessarily about access to finance. There are all sorts of other things that entrepreneurs need to commit to follow that journey through. So that's the encouraging thing for the northeast of England. I mean, access to finance is important, but it's not the only thing. It's about a mindset as well. And, we're all trying to encourage people, to encourage entrepreneurs to make that commitment for real substantial growth over the long term, because it really matters. It's about productivity for the area, and of course it's about those really successful businesses employing people as well.
Now, if you own a business and you've been going for 2 years or so and you're employing people, my suggestion is join the Entrepreneurs Forum. It only costs a few £100 a year. What do you do with those owners to help motivate them and stimulate them to keep growing their businesses?
Well, one of the things that you get as part of a sort of entrepreneurial community is you get that peer group support and help. There are people who've been there, done it, different industries, different stages of development, different backgrounds. I mean, specifically on Scale Up, we've got a Scale Up Leaders Academy that starts in January and runs for 6 months. And it's addressing all of those key component parts, getting the business ready to deliver on their growth potential. So whether it's, cash, people, strategy, having an execution plan. So I think that's one of the great things about very successful entrepreneurs is that they really like to speak to other entrepreneurs and network and learn. They're sponges to learn from other people and take that into their business. So in various different ways, the forum helps entrepreneurs do that. And specifically for Scale Up, the Leadership Academy is the one program over a 6-month period that helps people do that.
Okay, Ian, I don't know if you're a member of the Entrepreneurs Forum. I brought you on because I know you've got the mindset. Are you? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm actually not a member, Graham. It was something I would consider. I went to one of the events a couple of years ago, but then kind of work growth, all the things we've been through the last 4 or 5 years just got in the way, and I didn't really end up trying.
I'm
It's something
sure
we could potentially do in there.
I'm sure Jonathan will twist your arm, but I've invited you on this session because I want to talk about everything Jonathan's just talked about and put it in the context of your own business.
Sure.
So just give us just a very small potted history, but more importantly, let's focus on this year from lockdown onwards.
Sure. So Boiler Plan I founded it in 2014, just me. We got going, working in a really antiquated marketplace that's in the UK heating industry. British Gas is dominant player, and then 88% of the market is serviced by white van men. So we really try to drive a digital kind of disruptor model in between those two, and make a boiler a cash neutral purchase for customers. We've gone from startup, and then we've been through 3 funding rounds, and we now employ 72 people directly. We've just opened a second office. So that's something we've done during lockdown. We've opened another 7,000 square foot office in Leeds, head office in Newcastle, and we're building a gas training academy. There's a huge skills gap in our industry. It's going to get worse and worse as the government work towards decarbonisation of UK homes. There's a huge need for engineers. There's not enough. We're currently fitting about 1 million boilers a year in able to pay houses. That for a hydrogen switchover alone, that will go to treble that every year, and there isn't the boots on the ground to do that. So we've taken the opportunity during the lockdown to build a national gas training academy. So we're going to build the best training academy in the UK. We've also started a department solely concentrating on renewable energy. So we're calling it the obligations department, where we've just signed a contract with E.ON to deliver £2.5 million worth of measures. So we have taken the opportunity to kind of look at the marketplace, look at more, not so much relevant to COVID, look at where it's going, and then take this opportunity in the downtime to move our business.
So you've gone into a marketplace which is evolving as well. This is you've been entrepreneurial in that you are offering something new, namely the ability to match the funding of your boiler with the cost of the boiler, so that it's cost neutral. So there's a USP. But now you've looked at the marketplace that's dynamic, and this marketplace appears to be as dynamic as the motor vehicle marketplace, which is moving from petrol to electric vehicles. Your marketplace is moving to renewables.
Absolutely. I mean, gas boilers, the government have been very vocal in the last couple of weeks about, the decarbonisation of the UK homes, and gas boilers will be a thing of the past. So, we can't sit back on that. I personally see hydrogen being the replacement for gas. Mm-hmm. We've got 22.5 million gas boilers in the UK, and the grid cannot cope with the electrification of UK homes for heat. So if everyone got an air source heat pump now, the grid would melt. The grid isn't going to keep up pace in terms of the switchover. So hydrogen will come. I think there's a lot of test cases in place. So we're positioning our business now over the next 5 years to be in a position to really grow rapidly on the kind of decarbonisation of UK homes.
Now, we've only got a minute left. Can I just ask you to encapsulate some of the attitudes that you've deployed this year? You've had this plan, which is very interesting and innovative, and you're clearly doing well with it. And then it's interrupted because the government closed the economy off. What has been your attitude to that? And is that entrepreneurial attitude something that you'd like to see spread around the whole of the Northeast economy?
I mean, absolutely. We've moved from startup into scale up, like Jonathan says, and to do that, you've got to have that sort of never say die attitude. You could close the business, sit at home, and wait for COVID to go, take the furlough money, but we haven't done that. We've tried to drive on through this lockdown and make the best of what's there. And I think the entrepreneurial spirit definitely is required for that. It's getting up every day, isn't it, and just thinking, right, well, how can I make the best of what there is available to me on the plate, if you like.
That is exactly the right thing. Can-do attitude, and you've certainly personified it. Ian, I'm really grateful you've joined us. Jonathan, thanks for setting the stage on this discussion. Keep following us. There'll be more tea break chats in the next few days.